Okay, alright, so you guys went ahead and requested that I review the Shea Moisture Hair Mask, okay? There were countless comments saying to review a Shea Moisture Mask, okay? Yes, Bear tallied it up. It was a lot of you guys. I'm going to list the comments. And the reoccurring one from Shea Moisture was the Manuka. Not sure if that's how you pronounce that. Honey and mafura. Not sure if that's how you pronounce that. Oil. Intensive hydration treatment mask with African rock fig and baobab. Not sure if that's how you pronounce that. Oil. It's their hydrate and replenish hair mask, okay? It is supposed to work extremely well with extra dry hair. It says it on the pack. I'm reading it right now, okay? I'm not making this stuff up. Now, it has a long list of every single thing that the natural hair community absolutely hates, okay? I could care less about it, but it lists not having any of those things. Now, in my personal experience, a lot of the things that people in the natural hair community have issues with, if you are dealing with a hair mask, a conditioner, if it like lists that it does not have all of those things that the natural hair community hates, I find that the mask or conditioner actually has no slip and doesn't work very well. Okay? I'm not saying that these things that it lists are good things that you actually need. I'm just saying that I noticed that when a conditioner or a mask lacks those things, it tends to not spread very well and it's not very moisturizing, okay? I don't know anything though because I'm not a scientist, but that's just what I noticed. So I'm going to go shampoo and condition, then we're going to be right back to apply this mask. Okay, so I actually conditioned my hair with Pretty Young Things Argan Oil Replenishing Mask. It's kind of funny because this is like the very first sponsorship I have ever done. I've been on this channel for maybe 2 or 3 years, and this is the very first one, and I still use this to this day. I'm only bringing it up because, y'all, I had so much like locked in shedded hair from the last hair mask that I did. It's not the hair mask's fault. It's the directions fault, okay? The directions tell you, like I said, to shampoo your hair and then apply the mask. I think that works really well for silky textures. So this is how much I had trapped in my hair since that last video that I filmed, which was the last time I did my hair. Yeah, it's not really a lot, honestly, but it was a lot of single strand knots and everything. So it was like a landmine trying to maneuver and detangle my hair. So I really like the directions on this. You know, they want you to go ahead and I'm sorry. They want you to go ahead and just wash your hair completely. So I'm pretty cool with that. Now, like I said, I was having some issues with single strand knots. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off some of these like unnecessary single strands that are just like attached to my hair for no reason. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into this mask. We already have cleaned the hair. We're going to apply generously. It says use a wide tooth comb to distribute evenly from root to ends. Check. Okay, we're going to do that. Leave in for 5 minutes. For y'all that felt like the last mask, like 1 minute mask, was unbelievable, this can be used for a 5-minute mask. Now it says for extra conditioning, cover hair with a plastic cap, apply moderate heat for up to 30 minutes. That is actually what we're going to do. And the reason being is because it's getting colder. And I've noticed that when it gets colder, it becomes a lot more difficult for products to absorb into my hair because I'm also low porosity. So the product kind of just balls up and just sits on top of my hair because it's cold. So it's getting like, I live in Georgia, so the cold's like pretty dramatic. So it's almost like it's icing over my hair. So I'm actually going to go about that method, and I actually did that for the last method, okay? So with the Garnier, what made it actually work for my hair was me going in with some heat. Now I also have a spray bottle that has warm water in it. Not cold, but warm water. Now let's see what this mask is talking about. Oh geez, it's like, it's pretty thick. I mean, I guess that's good. Okay. Now, what I didn't do with the last mask was go in and detangle very well because, like I keep saying, the directions. So my hair is like thoroughly detangled right now. So the mask is gliding through my hair really nicely. Now, because it's kind of cold, I'm not really feeling any point where I'm like, the mask is melting into my hair, but it is gliding, which is a good step. You know, it's a step in the right direction. And see, super long, you can't see it, but super long hairs like this, they're not for me. Because y'all know how I do, I'm gonna go in with some more product. Now, just in case you guys are wondering why you never see me review Shea Moisture, it's actually because when I went natural in high school, like the very first big chop I ever did, I was super into being natural. And I was watching people like Mahogany Curls and Natural 85. Well, I don't even think Mahogany Curls was really out back then, but I was watching a lot of different YouTubers who are natural hair artists, and I wasn't really paying attention to the YouTube aspect of it. So I saw a lot of naturals using Shea Moisture's curl enhancing smoothie, because I think around 2009 2010 is when the online natural hair movement kind of, I don't want to say kicked off, but got started with all of the gurus first starting out. And then Shea Moisture kind of came out, and they were the only like all natural hair company for people of color. So a lot of people were using the curl enhancing smoothie. Now, Natural 85 was making her own products, which is what I probably should have been doing instead of spending $9.99 on a product that did not work for me. Now, I spent an entire year of my natural hair journey trying to make that curl enhancing smoothie work for me. And it did not, and it hurt me so bad because, like I said, I was in high school. So I spent my own hard-earned money thinking that I was making a good investment. I don't know how many videos I watched on that curl enhancing smoothie. I definitely know at that time I was watching people with the wrong hair type. And when you're dealing with those curl enhancing smoothies and like those really souffle type hair products that are really only used to define your curls and they really don't do anything for moisture. Not saying that the curl enhancing smoothie doesn't do anything for moisture. I'm just saying the product is more driven for defining your curls. It's not really driven for moisturization. So, with that being said, since I don't have like a specific curl pattern that's going to be defined, I have type 4 that's kinky and frizzy. That was a product that I shouldn't have bought. And I wish I hadn't, because it made it where, like, you ain't got to tell me twice. So I never picked up another Shea Moisture product again. So we really gonna see how this is gonna go. Okay? Maybe I might start featuring more Shea Moisture products on my channel if this goes well. Now, I used a poop ton of product, and there's still product left over in this baggie. So, this for $2.49, I must admit, this was pretty dope. So, what I'm going to go in and do with the rest of the product is basically put it on the ends of the hair and put it onto my scalp. Now, I'm not sure how to pronounce that honey word. Manuka, alright? I love honey for, kinkier hair textures, especially if your hair is very, very thick. Honey is just perfect. So I'm pretty excited to see how this is gonna work. I feel like not only not only do I feel like natural hair companies should have more hair softeners in their line of products for people with kinky hair, I also feel like they should have way many more products that contain honey for kinkier hair textures, because y'all, honey, even though y'all are so afraid to use honey, it actually is a natural humectant. If you don't know what that means, I highly suggest you Google it, because even though I've told you before what it means, I really want you to do your research on honey. It works perfectly for our hair. Just gonna take out my knife here. And get me a plastic bag. Come on, little guy. Don't embarrass me on camera. I love this knife. It's my favorite knife. It is the CRKT M16-14SFG, okay? Just in case you wanted to know. Now, I would have used my cute little lavender purpley bags from the Main Choice, but for some reason, I don't know if maybe I spilled something on them or what, but the elastic band is shot on, all of them. So, I don't know. I'm going to go with my grandma's, old reliable here. And I'm going to put 2 on for maximum sealage, alright? And we are going to blow dry the actual cap to add some heat, just to create a little bit more steam and to, warming up the product so it actually melts into the hair. Alright, let's go. Bear, why would you ruin it? I'm gonna add in the sound effect later. We don't have an actual plug to plug this in anywhere close. Yeah, so I'm gonna go do this in the bathroom and then I'll be right back. But yeah, just do as I say, not as I do. Okay, I went ahead, took out all the braids, and to be honest with you, I feel like one side of my hair is thicker than the other. Does anybody else ever feel like that? Do you? Because I think it's kind of weird, but I definitely think one side is thicker. Now, let's jump into my actual true thoughts of the Shea Moisture Manuka and Honey and Mafura Oil Intensive Hydration Treatment Mask, okay? I'm glad I only paid $3 for this, because I'm pretty sure they have a $9.99 big huge bottle sitting somewhere, and I would have been a little bit I would have been disappointed if I would have just purchased this full size, because I don't know, it's just, it was spreadable, or it had a medium amount of slip, so it wasn't a complete waste, but at the same time, after I, rinsed everything out, I just wasn't blown away by it. It didn't have my hair feeling deeply moisturized. And to be honest with you, I used heat. I used a lot of heat. Not enough to damage anything, but just enough heat to create a delicious amount of steam to melt the hair into my hair cuticle or hair strand, okay? And still, nothing. All right. I even gave this product the benefit of the doubt, unlike I did with the Garnier one. And I actually I used Uncle Funky's daughter's styling products. I'll list those in the description box below. Those products usually always give me a beautiful, long lasting, like, I don't know how to explain it, but like a very beautiful shine to my hair. You know, the curl stimulator always leaves my hair looking black and luxurious and healthy. Even after putting that on, I just wasn't seeing it, okay? Just wasn't. To be honest with you, I kind of want to chalk it up to maybe my hair texture, and texture meaning coarse, dry, that texture. My hair texture might not work well with lotion like deep conditioners. So, deep conditioners that are really white and thick and lotiony, those I'm actually starting to believe don't work very well on my hair. Now, I haven't researched any further. I'm just kind of chalking it up to that because you guys like lit up the comment section with this particular Shea Moisture deep conditioner. And I just don't see what you guys are really talking about. The Garnier one, everyone besides the type 4 community hypes that deep conditioner up, and I just really wasn't seeing it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and make the switch to searching for a deep conditioner or hair mask, because honestly those are interchangeable. Deep conditioner, hair mask, dag near the same thing. But I'm going to start transitioning into a more snotty or mud-like texture. So leave in the comment section down below. Okay, I know we've already done this, but just we're going to find the perfect one, okay? Leave in the comment section your favorite snotty consistency, like flaxseed or aloe vera type consistency hair mask. Okay, I believe the Shea Moisture Jamaican Black Castor Oil hair mask may be snotty. I really don't remember. I don't. But something snotty, okay? And as far as the mud mask, if you know any like store bought mud mask, not like you create your own ingredients type one, but like an actual brand that created a mud mask, leave it in the comment section. I was about to say description. Leave it in the comment section down below, because basically my goal is to find the best hair mask for low porosity type 4 coarse, kinky, natural hair. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna keep doing these videos and trying out these products until we get it right. All right, so I will see you. Oh, by the way, did you like this? Did you like how I picked it all out? Because some of you guys said you were disappointed in my last one, but to be honest, I either like it wild and crazy like this, or like I did last time, where it's just tamed and all of the curls are just still there and flip-flopping around. All right, so I will see you guys in my next one. Peace out.